This is the third time in 15 games that you'll play Washington. I mean, how do you view that? I mean, is it the old familiarity breeds contempt type of thing, or how do you look at playing the team 3 times, like especially out of conference?
Yeah, you just got to approach it like any other game. You know, you can't get caught up and, got to get revenge because they beat us last time, or anything like that. You just have to approach it like it's another game, prepare like you always have. I mean, yeah, that game put a bad taste in our mouth going into the off season, but at the same time, you can't let that fuel your energy and drive throughout the game and throughout practice this week. You just got to focus on the game plan and whatever you need to fix.
Rex, what do you remember about that Holiday Bowl that the defense did that they didn't do in the first game?
I think it was kind of the same. They made some adjustments, but at the same time they out-executed us. We didn't. I don't think we were ready to play, and they played great. Giving them all the credit, they came ready to play, and we didn't.
That was kind of the thing. A lot of people said Nebraska didn't look like they wanted to be there. Now in the situation you're in now, I mean, it's kind of a different mindset, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. We got new coaching staff. It's a new year. I mean, that was last year. We're focused on the present. We've already been 2 games in the season. We've learned from our mistakes, and we're still learning from our mistakes. And we'll be watching film and preparing like we always have.
You were a focal point of that last drive on Saturday where you got the touch before Taylor's touchdown. How do you think that? Can you guys gain some momentum off of that drive, the way you moved it there?
Yeah, I hope so. The offensive line was coming off, tremendously. We got into a little rhythm. I think that boosted our confidence a little bit. But at the same time, we got a whole different ball game, like I said, and we've got to make improvements and still make adjustments, in order to be as consistent as we were on that drive.
Hey, Rick, you guys had 11 possessions, I think, that were under 2 minutes in that game. How important is it that you maybe start to establish some longer drives and some possessions as you move into the meat of your schedule?
Yeah, it's important. Just kind of hopefully to wear the defense down, keep them, help them or help our offense, I guess, get more plays in. But that's a big thing too, is we like to, kind of increase the tempo and, get in and out at a time too, just to keep the defense off balance. But like you said, those long drives definitely can wear a defense down, and, will definitely help later on in the year.
Fresno ran 25 more plays and had the ball 15 more minutes. As a player, did you feel that on the sideline that you weren't out there much, or was it one of those things where you were surprised by the stat after the game?
A little bit. You noticed it at times, but at the same time, we didn't help out, the defense at times either. We were, I think, 3 and out a few times, and didn't really stay on the field long enough or really give the defense a chance, to kind of get into a rhythm, themselves.
How do you feel about the way you guys have played just through 2 games? I mean, you're 2-0, but a lot of people are wringing their hands over various things about your guys' performance. I mean, as a guy on the team, I mean, how do you feel about being 2-0 and the way you've done it?
Yeah, we've won both games. You can't, just get so down because, you won those games, but you didn't, I guess, perform at the level you expected. We made some mistakes, and, we didn't play at the level we thought we can play at, but at the same time, you can't let that get you down. We still have to come out and, notice those improvements and, just work on them. The confidence can't drop. That's the biggest thing. You got to realize you won those games, and you can't just base that off, your play and, really get down on that. You really just got to take that and carry it on.
At the same time, with conference play, coming up in a couple of weeks, do you look at it as you got to kind of start rounding into form here pretty quick?
Oh, absolutely. The Big Ten's going to be no joke, but at the same time, we've got 2 more tough games. We've got Washington, and Wyoming right after, and we're concentrated on the present.
I know it was last year, but doesn't that Holiday Bowl loss serve as some element of motivation this week?
Yeah, I mean, it does. But like I said, you can't focus on that. You can't let that fuel your fire, or, fuel your energy in practice, because that's only temporary. It's not going to last you the whole game.
Do you feel like you know them about as well as any team, considering you played them twice already?
Yeah, probably right now, definitely. Just because we played them twice and, such a short time period. But I mean, it's the same for them as well. I'm sure they have a pretty good feel for us, but we got a new kind of offensive scheme and all that, so there will be some differences.
What do you remember about that? What do you remember that's good about their defense? I know you played a vastly different defense than the second. What do you remember that's good about it?
They give you a bunch of different looks. They've got great playmakers on the defense side of the ball. Up front, linebackers and secondary, just all over, and they get to the ball very quickly.
Rex, I remember talking to you after the game, and you were pretty banged up after the Holiday Bowl. Was that as physical or as beat up as you've been after a game, or was it just a combination of losing the game in the last game of the year?
Really, it was just I took a headshot and it got me pretty good. That was pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty bummed that we lost, but the head was a little shaken up more than anything.
You work closely with Amir Abdul, obviously. What is it about him that has allowed him as a true freshman to come in and be such an impact guy?
Oh, he's come in. He's a very humble kid. He came in just eager to learn. That was the biggest thing. He didn't come in thinking he was the big man on campus at all. He's number one. He's a great kid, and he's very explosive. Always eager to learn. In the film room, or just try to get as much as he can from the film. Coach Brown, the older backs as well. And I think he's bought into that. He's bought into the culture that Coach Bo's instilled, and the character that he has is just only going to make him an even better player.
Do you think you had some motivation? I mean, the other two freshmen were really talked about a lot during the recruiting process. Do you think he kind of came in with a little chip on his shoulder or some motivation there?
Possibly. He's a very competitive kid. That's what I love about him, is he comes to work every day. And we have some great competitions and practices or workouts or whatever it is, and he's a fun guy to be around. I'm very blessed to have him in the backfield with me, and just to have a part, be around him.
Between the two of you, who's got more shake and bake?
Who's got more shake and bake? I give it to him.
Really?
Yeah, he's pretty quick.
A lot of big plays from freshmen this Saturday just passed. You know how tough it is to break the starting lineup as a freshman. How impressed have you been with these guys to be able to come in and make big-time plays like this in their first year?
Very impressed. They, like I said, they came in with a level head. They came in, willing to learn, and it's very impressive just to see how the mental side of them has developed, over the course of fall camp and now into the season, is that they picked it up so quickly. I think that's the difference between them and other freshmen.
Your Rex, personality-wise, how are those three guys similar and different?
Man, they're like I said, they're great kids, all three of them. They're very humble, excited, energy all the time. They have that competitive fire, I think, is what really, separates them. Another thing that separates them from the other freshmen is that they're always wanting to win, whatever it is. And, that's only going to help out all the running backs that much more.
Individually, though, are they different from one another? What do you got to know about them personally a little bit?
Yeah, they got some characteristics that kind of identify with them, but as I said, they're very similar though. They're all funny guys, fun to be around, and they have their little twerks.
Is there any frustration on your guys' part to not be able to run the ball between the tackles consistently, or do you just chalk it up to they're alone in the box, we had to go do other things?
No matter how many they have in the box, we expect to be able to run the ball. We expect that execution to come through with, no matter what. And that's kind of how we think. And when we can't, get those plays going, it kind of upsets us a little bit. So, we just try to fix what's happening, and hopefully it works.